we're talking schedule now. Rams 2020 hit list. It begins in week 1 at home against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. What a great way to open up SoFi Stadium, hopefully. Jerry was absolutely massive in getting the Rams back to Los Angeles, so I think it's actually really cool that Jerry gets to help open the stadium. One comment, though, that I did see is that one Cowboys player guaranteed a win over the Rams in week 1. That's actually not what he said. Not what he said at all. It was a Rams website that interpreted those comments that way. That's not what he said. What he did say was that we got to spoil the opening, but he's not guaranteeing a win. I just need to relax with these assumptions and stuff. But also, who's going to kick the first field goal in SoFi Stadium? Is it going to be Greg Zuerlein with a star on his helmet? Oh man, can't really say on the Rams because we have 3 kickers right now, so we don't even know who's gonna be here week 1 kicking field goals. But Jeezy could still kick the first field goal in SoFi Stadium, but with a star on his helmet, not the horns. So that's kind of a weird feeling about that, you know. I don't know if I necessarily love that. Greg Zuerlein's second all-time scorer in Rams history could get the first points, in SoFi Stadium, not as a Ram. That'd be a bummer. Week 2, the Rams head to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles will be in Washington the week before, so this will be their home opener. And Nickel Roby-Coleman and Rodney McLeod are 2 former Rams that will be playing in the Eagles secondary. NRC, of course, we know NRC very well, helped the LA Rams make it to the Super Bowl. Thanks, NRC. But now he's going down in week 2. Jalen Hurts could get some playtime, even with a healthy Carson Wentz. We'll kind of see how their game planning unfolds with all that. But it could be an interesting game. The Eagles are being talked about as potential division winners. So a lot more comments about Wentz, though. One thing I do love about this game is it's early. We get it in week 2, which means Carson Wentz will still be healthy for it. He's not going to get hurt till like week 9, so we'll at least get to play Carson Wentz. We'll actually get a Wentz versus Goff game, which is going to be fun. So week 3, I'm hearing that the Rams are not going to return back to LA before week 3 because they'll be playing in Buffalo, which isn't too far from Philadelphia. It's pretty general area, I guess. The Bills will be in Miami the week before, so the Rams will be maybe in town before them, maybe, or at least pretty close. And then, I already said that. Hearing that the Rams won't return back to LA, but the Bills did add Stephon Diggs. That'll be an interesting one. So we're going to get Stephon Diggs versus Jalen Ramsey in week 3, which will be a very fun game to watch. I think that's going to be a fun matchup. And the Bills also had a pretty strong draft. Should be a tough game, honestly. The Bills are being talked about as potential division winners as well in that division that no longer has Tom Brady. But the Rams don't get away from playing Tom Brady. We'll talk about that later. Week 4, the Rams head back to LA to take on the New York Football Giants. The Giants are home the week before against the San Francisco 49ers, so a Rams division opponent for the Giants the week before. Strong offense, second-year quarterback. We could see a sophomore slump there. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to say that that's what we're going to see. But also, Saquon Barkley, he's got tree trunks for legs, and the guy's insane. And, I mean, obviously, he's not stronger than Aaron Donald. No one is, but Saquon is insane, but very bad defense for the Giants. If the Giants want to win this game, they're going to have to put up some points because this McVay offense versus a Giants defense, we're going to see some points. We're going to put up points in this one for sure. That's the first quarter of the season. The second quarter of the season, the week 5, the Rams head to the Washington Redskins. The Skins are at home versus the Baltimore Ravens the week before. Chase Young versus Andrew Whitworth will be the big matchup in this one for me. That'll be fun to watch. Big old grizzly old vet who's been playing in the league forever at left tackle versus the young gun who people are saying... People put this guy's name in the same conversation as Aaron Donald, which shouldn't necessarily be happening. Dude's never played in the NFL, but hey, that could be fun. New head coach and questions at quarterback, though, for the Washington Redskins. We'll see. We'll see how competitive this game is. I would say Dwayne Haskins will probably be the quarterback, and my condolences to Dwayne Haskins. Aaron Donald, this man has a family, okay? Be a little bit respectful, at least. Let's see. Week 6, in San Francisco on Sunday Night Football. The 49ers are at home the week before against the Miami Dolphins, Super Bowl team a year ago, but it has felt this entire time that the 49ers are just 1 year behind the Rams. So are they going to have a tough season? Are they going to have a 9-7 year like the Rams did? You lose the Super Bowl, go 9-7 and get third place in your division? We don't know. We'll see what happens to the 49ers, but I still don't have that much confidence in these guys. I don't know what it is, but I watch them play, and it's like, yeah, they're good, but there's something, I feel like there's a way to stop them. And I think maybe this is the year that we see a defensive coordinator just come up with the formula. So we'll have to see. But after that, week 7, the Rams head back to LA to play the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. The Bears are in Carolina the week before. Will we see Nick Foles? Nick Foles was a huge bag of bummers for the Rams. But will we see him in this one? You know who we will see, though? Robert Quinn, Bobby Q, and Khalil Mack off the edge. That's going to be a tough day for the tackles. Tough day for the tackles. We'll see who the tackles are. Right now, if I had to just guess, I would say it's going to be Whitworth and Havenstein. We don't know. Could be Whitworth and Evans. Could be Whitworth and Edwards. Could be Noteboom and Havenstein. Could be Noteboom and... yeah, there's a bunch of combinations, okay? Because who knows? This is week 7. We're going to be a little bit beat up by now. But the tough day for the tackles, for sure. And Nick Foles could be... He could be playing quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears have gone... They've had an interesting couple years. Matt Nagy, I think, would be potential hot seat candidate this season. After that, in week 8, the Rams travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins are at home against the Chargers the week before, so they host LA teams back-to-back. Will it be Tua time? We don't know where he's at with his injury. We'll have to wait and see. Tua will wear the number 1. And we'll kind of see what happens with this game. Obviously, not a whole lot of playmakers on this team. Miami still, I think, is a little bit of a rough squad. They're getting there. I think in a couple years, under the right management and stuff, they'll be fine. But right now, I don't think that they're, competitive necessarily. It's like competitive because all NFL teams are good. The NFL is just good. From top to bottom, from the best NFL team to the worst NFL team is not that big of a difference. Not like where you're looking at college where if you put like Bama versus some crappy team, I don't know, pick your team. Pick your team that you want Bama to absolutely destroy. They would. So, yeah. Well, I mean, we do know Matt Breida, though. Matt Breida has made his way to Miami. And then after this, though, Miami and then a bye week. So we're just chilling. You can hang out in Miami for a little bit. A couple extra days, maybe catch some beach. I don't know if you necessarily care about the beach if you're already living in LA. But, I mean, new beach. Hey, it's a different beach. Whatever. And, yeah. So, bye week. And then, of course, coming home against the Seattle Seahawks. So, it's going to be a nice little break. I like playing home after a bye week. That's just real nice. The Seahawks are in Buffalo the week before. It's too hard to go into this matchup right now as far as, like, any kind of storylines. We know who they are. I mean, we know Russell Wilson's really good at football. We know that they have a pretty strong defense. We know that Pete Carroll's a good coach. We just know these things. We know that DK Metcalf, he's a strong dude. Like, we get it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough game. Division games are tough. And McVay versus Carroll is fun to watch. After that, though, the Rams play Monday Night Football again in Tampa Bay. So that's going to be a very fun matchup. The Rams have kind of had Tampa Bay's number for quite some time. It seems like these games are usually pretty good, though. Rams versus Bucks seem to be pretty good games. This time, the Bucks are coming. They'll be coming home from Carolina, but we got the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers in this one. We get to play Ndamukong Suh again. And remember, the reason that I even mentioned Ndamukong Suh is because he plays better or harder against former teams. When he was a Ram, the only games he tried in were in the playoffs and then against the Lions. That was it. That was all he tried for. The Lions, though, he wanted to beat them. Understandably. But he tries harder against former teams. We got Tom Brady, though. Tom Brady and Gronk in this one. I am not even mildly convinced that these moves put Tampa Bay into the conversation of Super Bowl contender. I am not about that life at all yet. I think that Tom Brady was the Patriots' weak spot on offense last year. I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that, but I think he was the weak spot. I think he held them back. Gronk being out of football for a little bit, I guess that can kind of hurt you, but the guy's a physical freak, and he's not even that old. What is he, 30? He's going to be fine. Gronk's going to be fine. Gronk and Mike Evans on the same team, that's what scares me, not Tom Brady. And not Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians doesn't scare me. Because I don't think they necessarily fit each other. We'll get to that in Week 11, though. Week 12, the Rams are at home against the San Francisco 49ers. This is the only game all season where the Rams get a team off of a bye week. The 49ers are on a bye the week before, and the Rams are on Monday night. So not only do we get a shortened week, but our opponent gets an extra extended week. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it only happens the one time. After that, the Rams are in Arizona. The Cardinals are in New England the week before. And this is going to be, this is the first game against the Cardinals in this next season, and who knows what this team's going to look like. I'm not sold on them being amazing yet, but at the same time, their offense was not a problem last year. They were scoring points. They just couldn't stop anybody. Then taking Isaiah Simmons in the first round, I thought was very strong. Isaiah Simmons was like the one guy that I would have loved the Rams to get in this draft, but obviously that didn't happen, but whatever. So they improved their defense at least a little bit. Is it enough, though? Is it enough to compete with Jared Goff, Russell Wilson, Jimmy G? You guys know. You guys already know. But still, we'll see. We'll see what the Cardinals defense looks like. I don't think that they addressed it enough. Adding Hopkins is insane, though. I mean, Kyler Murray had a good season. He's really good at not getting hit. I talked about it all last offseason after he was drafted by the Cardinals, that this guy's not big enough to play this position. Let him get hit by Aaron Donald one good time, and he's really good at avoiding the big hits. So, I mean, go Kyler, I guess. I mean, I was a Kyler fan for a little bit when he was in Texas A&M, but Texas A&M kind of screwed that up. Let him go. Let him move on. Oh, well. After that, though, Week 14, the Rams are at home Thursday night football against the New England Patriots. New England, though, is at the Chargers the week before. Rams in Arizona, Patriots in LA already. So the Patriots will be in their hotel before the Rams are even in LA. We have heard Rams aren't necessarily happy about this. It is very unfortunate. But you know what? You just got to do it. And if I was a Patriots fan, I'd be stoked. Honestly, it's hard to get mad when if it was us, if like the Rams had to play the Jets and the Giants like this, I would be stoked. If the Rams had to play at the Jets on Sunday and then at the Giants on Thursday night football and just stay in town, meanwhile the Giants are like somewhere else. Pick your city. I don't care. Then I would be all over it. Like, hell yeah, man. We're going to be in our hotels before they're even in town. Let's do this. So hard to be mad because it's cool for them, but it sucks on our end a little bit. But at the same time, on the flip side of that, at least our players will be in their own bed and with their families and stuff. So I guess we kind of got that going for us. Who will the Pats be? Who are the Patriots Brady-less? I got to be a little bit honest here. I really think that they're just about the same team. Like I said earlier, I thought Brady was the weak spot of this team last year. And on the offensive side, I thought Brady was absolutely the weak spot. I thought he kind of held them back a little bit. So in my opinion, if Matt Castle can win, I know that was a long time ago. If Matt Castle, though, can win 11 games under that offense, all they need is a quarterback who's not an absolute joke, at the position to be fine, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. Is it going to be Stidham? I don't know. Could it be Cam Newton by now? I have no idea. Maybe Joe Flacco. I take your pick. I have no idea who's going to be quarterback for the Patriots. I don't know if they know. Maybe they do. Patriots, man. Well-run team. We all hate them because of what they've done to us. And, the history. We all know it. I'm not going to go into it. But we all hate them and stuff. But damn it if they aren't a well-run team, man. Hard to disrespect that. I wish that the Rams kind of ran it like that, and a little bit more strict, a little bit more structured, But I love the Rams. So it's fine. Rams do it. Perfect. After that, though, the Rams stay at home, take on the New York Jets. The Jets are in Seattle the week before. Have not necessarily heard if the Jets are planning on staying on the West Coast after the Seahawks game, or if they do plan on going back to New York, but they may stay on the West Coast for this one. Sam Darnold, not a bad quarterback. If he had been drafted by a team that has, like really well-run team with really strong coach, maybe some good weapons and stuff like that, he'd be Pro Bowler like every year. I mean, he's really good. And it's weird too. The Jets actually, I mean, they're not that bad of a team. I think they're kind of flying under the radar. Ha! No pun intended. But I think they kind of are because, Sam Darnold's a really good quarterback. They've got weapons. They've got a pretty strong defense. They've got running backs. They're doing fine. I think last year was just kind of like one of those anomaly years where your quarterback gets mono. What? How does that even happen? In 2019, how does anybody get mono if you're not like 13? I don't think I know anybody who's ever had mono in my life. I don't know anybody who's had coronavirus either, though. I'm sure some of you guys have, but I actually don't. But, yeah, we'll see. It's just crazy to me. Crazy. Maybe I'm too sheltered. Maybe I don't need to comment because I'm too sheltered and I'm just staying at home. Hard to know when you only see like 4 people, I guess. Week 16, the Rams are in Seattle. The Hawks are in Washington the week before, so they'll be traveling pretty far coming back. And the Rams, of course, will be in LA, so just got to head up the coast. Seahawks still, just like I said a little bit ago, pretty good team. We know we're going to have a battle with them. And then, of course, ending Week 17, the Rams come home against the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals will be in San Francisco the week before. And that's your schedule. That's your hit list. That's your 2020 hit list.